I will talk about an interesting topic, which is criminal case happened. It's a real story. So I will try to depend on my memory more than reading any papers or documentation or etc. So please bear with me. If I did any mistake, correct me. Okay. The story, I heard it from a Kuwaitian journalist, Kuwaitian journalist. He said it in his in the YouTube. It's called Hala and Dumua. Hala and Dumua by Arabic. So we will know what is Hala and Dumua, or Hala and Dumua. What is it actually? It started that there was a Palestinian lady who was living in UAE, and she, you know that previously UAE immigrations and UAE documentations, they weren't able to renew their visas unless they have to leave the country for a couple of days or even for one day to come back again. That was the old procedures in UAE. So she went to Kish, and Kish, it's like a normal country.
What is this country, Kish? Do you have any idea?
It's in Iran, one of Iran's countries, which is the nearest one to UAE, and their flight is cheapest. So that's why everyone, almost like 90% of the people who want to change their visa, they are making a transit in Kish to come back to UAE to renew their visas. That was before. Now everything has been changed for luckily. So when she went to Kish, she was waiting her company to renew the visa, to proceed for her renewing the visa. But unfortunately, they let her stay there for a long time. And she had a fight with one of the restaurants because they wanted her to pay by dollar, but she wanted to pay by the currency of Iranian currency. They didn't accept, so there was like a quarrel between of them. Who heard that quarrel? Two handsome guys who were Egyptian, and at the same time,
Handsome.
yes, handsome.
Yeah, why do you have to stress out handsome? Like two normal guys, two handsome guys.
Oh, well, the journalist said it, not
She said so?
the journalist said
The guy.
Yes,
It is
the
a guy, right?
Yes,
Okay.
who said the story. So he said that they were handsome. Both of them, they saw the lady as an Arabic man. That how come that there is a lady, an Arabic lady, who's fighting with this guys, strangers guys. We have to stand for her. So they went to her, introduced her to themselves, and they fixed the situation. Then she told them, she asked them, where are you living? They told her that they are living in Oman, in some place. I forgot where was the place that in Oman that they were living in.
They
However-
own this restaurant.
Sorry?
They own the restaurant.
They own the restaurant? No.
Yes, of
they
course.
Own another restaurant.
They own the
Okay.
restaurant, yes.
Okay, they own that restaurant. That's why they helped her.
Okay, and she was from
She
Egypt.
was she was
Palestinian.
Palestine.
She was Palestinian. And they were living in Oman, and let's see, in A, in the city called A. I don't know what's the name. So
Okay.
she told him, please help me, because there's a lady there, an Iraqian lady, in Oman also, but in the city B. So she told her that this Iraqian lady, she has two daughters, I know them from long time, please, they can help me, they can send me a visa to Oman or etc. They can solve her situation because she's sitting almost nearby 6 months without any visa, without any money, her money is running out. So she needed help. So they told her, okay, if we are going to travel from A to B one day, we will pass by that location, give us the location, give us the information. She gave it for both of them. They were actually a twin. These two guys, they were brothers and twin. They were twin, but not an identical twin, but they're twin. However, when they went there, they forgot at all about the lady, about going there. But one day, the youngest one, he went to the city B in Oman, and he remembered that he had to go to that family. He got the location from his brother, and he went there, and he asked he knocked the door. There was a real pretty girl come out. It was Dumua or Hala, the first one. Hala. I think Hala is the first one. Hala is the one that who opened the door for him. She was really extremely beautiful girl, and whenever she was asking him, he was like, he struggled to answer her, and she was like, "Are you idiot or something happening to you? Just answer. What do you want from us?" He said like, "I want Dumua, the other sister." When she came out, she was much more prettier than her sister actually. So he was like confused to answer whom or whom. However, he told them the story, and that time he calmed down, and he told him, "Okay, we understood that they let him in, and they introduced him to their aunties, whom they are living with them. They actually were their mother and father. They died while they were young, so their auntie adopted both of them." Then he went back to his brother. He told him, "I got you a news." His brother, he was like كيف نقول ثقيل بالإنجليزي أتقل منه مش خفيف.
Okay, so he was like, he was wiser, maybe wiser.
Wiser, yeah, maybe yes, exactly.
Wiser would fit.
Yeah, his older brother was wiser than him, and he was like calming down more than him. He's not that excited that much, and he told him, "No, I got you two girls. Actually, they are two sisters. I swear to God, I don't mind. You will come with me, and you will choose whoever it is. Whoever you will choose, I will take the other one. I don't care. You will get married from one of them, and I will get married from the other one. Doesn't matter to me." He told him, "That much, yani? Are you sure?" He told him, "Yes, I swear to God, they are the best girls. They are the politeness girls, the politeness girls, the blah blah blah, etc." Then he went with him. He introduced. He was like, of course, he know Oman piece by piece, but he just wanted an excuse. So he asked the youngest lady, Hala, to tell her to introduce him to Oman because he don't know the city B very well. He lied at her, so just like an excuse, so she can come out with him to introduce him to B. And she accepted, of course. She felt that she has like a flame to her or something like that. Lately,
Flame to her?
yeah, flame like love.
It's right.
Oh no, we cannot say flame.
What?
Like, you could say
It's wrong.
crush.
Crush. Okay, he had a crush on her.
She knew that he had some sort of a crush.
Yes, she knew that he had some sort of crush on her. Lately, she went out with her. They introduced to each other. So, their mother, she was the famous teacher in Oman in that days. So, like all girls in Oman, they knew that lady, her name. And her father and their fathers also, he were like a manager in the school. So his father, he didn't accept them to get married from these two Iraqi girls. Like, you are Egyptian, you have to get married from your cousin, and the other one from your cousins. So
They are Iraqi.
No, the girls are Iraqi.
Yeah.
Iraqi. Not
Iraqi are heard like they are beautiful women, right?
They are. They have I'm sure from the Kurdian. I think the Kurdian, that place. I'm not sure, but I think they are from that place.
Yeah.
However,
Okay.
lately that his father, he got terminated from his work, and he went back to his country with his mother. So they get married from these two girls, like secretly. And because secretly that and they asked that is your aunties will accept you. They told him that our auntie, she cares only about money. She's greedy. However, how much you are going to give her, she will accept our marriage, even if it is not like none for everyone. As all our traditions, we know that marriage should be none by everyone. However, it was quite secretly for a long time until their fathers passed away. At that time, they took them and they went actually to Egypt, and they kept traveling from Egypt to Oman.
Back and forth,
yes. But that time when their fathers passed away, they could go back to Oman and stay beside their wives. One day, after a couple of years, that the youngest brother, the oldest brother, he married Dumua.
Okay.
He married Dumua, and Dumua, she was shorter than Hala.
Why you don't name them? Name them even if you don't remember their names. What is their name? The brother.
The name of the guys.
The name of the guys, I forgot their
Name
names.
them.
Let's say Ahmed, because Ahmed is famous of bad guy or what?
Bad boy.
Ahmed, and let's say
Ahmed is the eldest.
No, the youngest.
They are
The
twins?
eldest.
They are twins.
Yeah. No.
Oh, they are twins.
No, but even though he's
Yeah,
the
they are twins, non-identical twins. So you got Ahmed.
But one of them should
The
be
naughty boy?
younger. Yes. Ahmed is the wiser. Let's see the wiser.
The nicer one.
The wiser. No, not the nicer. Let's see the wiser better. Wiser. And the other one, the youngest one, let's see, give me a name. Luay?
Hassan.
Let's say Luay. Okay? Luay, because it's like a name for a naughty boy.
No, hey,
It
it's
fixes
a
a
naughty.
naughty boy.
It fixes a naughty.
It fixes a naughty
Okay.
boy, yes. So Luay.
So who married from who? Ahmed married
Luay
who?
married to Hala.
Okay.
And Ahmed married to Dumua.
Who is the prettiest one?
Dumua, supposed
Of course,
to be,
Dumua,
but she
yeah.
is shorter than Hala.
Who's
Shorter.
younger? Who's younger? And who's oldest?
Hala is the youngest. So these both are the youngest, and this one are the oldest. Both of them. Yes, but the oldest she was like a little bit shorter, like maybe by 3 cm or 4 cm, something like that.
Okay.
Laterly, Luay, he called Ahmed and he was like complaining to him. He told him, "You have to come now. I will divorce with Hala. I will divorce with her. We had a big fight, both of us. Our life can't continue. We can't go on. I have to divorce her and I will go back to my country to get married to my cousin, as same as my father, Arabi, may his soul rest in peace. I will get married to my cousin." He told him, "Why you have to wait? Hala is a good person. How come you will divorce her? I'm married to her sister. This kind of will cause troubles to us. Blah blah." He told him it will not work. It means it will not work. So he did what he said. He divorced his wife.
He divorced her.
He divorced his wife, and he let her go to her to Oman because she said that she will put her visa under one of her friend because they were working in salon previously. Hala and Dumua, they were working in salon, that the hairstyles and henna and blah blah blah, etc.
Stylists.
Stylist, exactly. This is the word.
Okay.
So he got divorced and he went back to Egypt and he get married to his cousin. Couple of months later, or couple of days, I don't remember the period exactly. Dumua, she got a call from the police. They told her, "You have to come now." They didn't want to tell her in the phone what happened, but actually
Sounds juicy.
yes.
You know what I mean juicy here?
Yes.
Yeah, like the story is getting juicier. It's
Yes,
getting to the
now.
climax. Is it the climax?
I
yeah.
want to say it's the climax.
Is the climax. Okay.
So, Dumua, she went to the police officers and they showed her, unfortunately, a dead body of a lady. When she uncovered her face, she figured out that it's her sister's body, a dead body. Of course, she started to cry, she started to scream, she started to make noises and
Well,
saying
the
that
first I have a question. So what like, was she killed by an accident?
No.
Was she murdered?
I'm
We'll
going
see
to
now.
say.
Okay, so
So, the more she the policeman, they told her that they found her sister's body in the desert, falling down on her face. The blood was covered her face, but actually they did because of a knife, like شو عندهم طعنات بالإنجليزي؟
wow, she was stabbed. To
Stabbed.
death.
Stabbed to death, exactly.
Stabbed to death.
Stabbed to death. They said maybe some
Yeah, some
Robberies?
robberies, maybe or something.
No.
They didn't know, but they believed that someone killed her.
We will go back to that
Yes.
word. Yeah.
So they didn't know who actually killed her. So they called her auntie several times, Hala and Dumua's auntie. They asked her several times. She didn't know, she didn't answer. But pay attention, they didn't call her husband. That time they didn't know
Her
that
ex.
her ex-husband, exactly. But they said, Dumua, she said that her sister, she knew a person, his name is a Pakistani or Uzbekistani person, some like Asian guy. His name is, let's say, Romeo. No, this is not an Asian guy.
Pakistani.
Pakistani or Uzbekistan, Romeo, Pakistani.
Pakistani. Romeo.
Let's say Khan, let's say Khan.
Uh,
Khan is a Pakistani guy or something. His name is Khan. She knew him and she was calling him a lot of times, and he is kind of
Drug dealer.
drug dealer, not drug dealer only.
Yes.
Like who does weird. شو التسمية؟
Okay. He works in.
passport
Okay. Yeah. He works in fraud. No, not fraud. Forge.
Yeah, fraud, exactly, fraud.
Fraud. It's
Yes.
fraud. Yeah.
Yes, exactly, the fraud one. Frauding the passport or etc. or documentation, and actually
Yeah.
the police are asking for him, but they couldn't caught him from long time. So they closed the case. They just only informed his, what's his name, Ahmed. He informed his brother that your ex-wife got killed, and he was like shocked that how come that my ex-wife has been killed and etc. However, they closed the case because they didn't know who is the killer, and they couldn't find Khan because they know that he's a fraud person. He could change his passport or mobile or whatsoever. Yes, exactly. He wasn't answering. So after 1 year, they changed the manager. in
No,
the
but
police.
first we didn't tell about Hala. She said that but she cannot live in this city anymore,
Yeah,
and
after
she.
Dumu'a, not Hala, Dumu'a, the sister that who's alive. That Dumu'a, she said she was crying a lot that her sister has been killed and she can't live anymore in this country. And actually, there was like a ban against her name and her husband's name.
Why?
At the end, the policemen, they told them that you don't have to have any bans actually because you are not accused in this case. إنه أنتم مش
Yeah. I get the point.
you are not accused in this case, so you can leave. Just we wanted to keep you for questions and to ask you who is she and where is she and blah blah.
Yeah. They want extra info.
Yes, extra information, exactly. So they ran away to Jordan, both of them. They ran away. They traveled to Jordan, both of them, Dumu'a and Ahmed. They traveled to Jordan. After a year.
Okay, so before you finish, I don't think this story is gonna the end is gonna be good.
At all.
Yeah, the end. Like I can tell.
Yes.
Like I will tell you why I
Yes,
can
I
tell.
felt it. Me too.
Yeah.
When I heard it, I felt it. But
Like I don't like where the story is going.
yes,
Okay. It's gonna be very bad.
The back of the story is horrible.
Yeah.
So actually, after a year, the new colonel.
Officer يمكن.
Colonel. Yeah,
Colonel.
colonel.
Yeah.
They got a new colonel in that police station.
Okay.
So of course, as a new colonel, he wants to assure that
He will review all the cases.
He will review all the cases.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. So he opened that case. When he opened that case, he told them, bring me that he figured out that Hala is the ex-wife of Lu'ay. He told him the auntie when she came, she didn't tell that Hala was the wife of Lu'ay, who is actually the brother of Ahmed, the husband of Dumu'a. He told him, bring that auntie to me. Why she didn't mention that important information? And especially that there was a fight between Lu'ay and Hala before she got killed or murdered in Oman. There was a fight. So he's like a general accused actually in this case. So they called her. She came. She didn't mention anything. She was like saying some non-useful information. So he told her, okay, go back.
Who is this? The auntie?
The auntie
Okay.
of both of them, yes. And then he spoke to Lu'ay and he told her just he asked him for normal information and it wasn't even useful. He went to the place where they used to work, Hala and Dumu'a. And there was a Filipino lady there who are famous with painting henna. And of course that you know that the black henna is not normal. The black henna, they are using some chemical stuffs in it. So not any skin can take that black henna. And she is the one who was famous with pretty henna and this kind of stylist. She went to the police officer, to the colonel, and he started to ask her, yes, I know Madame Hala and I know Madame Dumu'a and they used to work with us and blah, blah, blah. She started to speak. And at the end, he told her, yes, Hala has been killed. He didn't get any information from her. But subhanallah, for no reason, she was just asking him, please, can you show me Hala's face? Can you show me Hala's picture when she died? He told her, why do you need her? She told him, I just need to see her pictures. She was working with us and I saw her a lot of times.
He told her it's a dead body. Like, why do you want to
Yes.
see a dead body?
Exactly, she's a dead body. How come that anyone is asking for a dead body and she's
So do they have a picture of her dead?
yes, of course.
Dead, of course, they do.
Yeah.
Of course.
So he showed her. She told him, Colonel, this is Dumua. This is not Hala.
Wow.
He told her what? She told him, this is Dumua. The one in the picture who is being murdered is Dumua. She is not Hala.
I'm having goosebumps because of this. I did not see that coming. That was not. I was thinking
No, I saw
of something else, but I did not think about that.
He told her, you are crazy woman, you are going to make me crazy, just get out of my office. And he get her out and of course they hanged her. The other officers, they got her because like she's
They
giving.
hanged her?
Hanged.
You mean like they kicked her out?
Yeah, he kicked her out of of his office, but the other police officers, they let her inside another room. Hanged her, I mean like, you know.
They captured her.
They captured her like.
Or they kept her in another
They kept
place.
her exactly in another
Okay.
place to stay still until he says what he gonna say, the colonel. He read the information again. He read the case again from A to Z. He was like, this lady going to make me crazy as like I'm an idiot. I don't know how to read. I don't know how to remember the names. And he read it from A to Z again. And all the information was pointing to Hala, that she is the murdered girl.
Yeah,
Especially-
she's the one who
Especially
died.
that the other one when she went to them, she showed her already. She showed them her identities and everything.
Obviously.
So obviously
Okay.
she was Dumua. And then he told them, bring her again, that lady. Bring that crazy lady to me again. When he brought her, he told him, he asked her, who is this? She told him, Baba, I'm saying to you, this this is not Mama Hala, this is Mama Dumua. أنا في معلوم.
أنا في معلوم. Yeah, this is like
I
yeah.
know this information.
Yeah.
I know this information. This is Madame Dumua. This is not Madame.
This is not same Hada. This is same Dumua.
He told him. She told him, I will give you a clue, because actually Hala, she had sensitive skin and she couldn't take. And she had a burn in her finger because one day she drew a flower in her finger and she get burned in her finger. And the dead body, she has a big tattoo, black tattoo in her body, I think. Yes, in her body. So that's why this is Dumua and this is Hala. And the other one is Hala. And you can see that in this picture, she don't have that burn. They called الطب الشرعي. شو الطب الشرعي؟
They call yeah.
Forensic?
That's forensic. Very good. Yes.
Forensic?
Forensic. Very good.
Forensic.
Yeah, I wouldn't remember that word. Very good. Yeah.
So they called the forensic, and the colonel, he was asking that doctor in the forensic department that how come that the dead body, because the dead body has a burn and you didn't write it in your report. He told him 100% that the dead body hadn't any burned finger. Otherwise, I would definitely wrote it in the report.
In the report.
In the report. So 100, and of course the dead body is in the tomb under the.
So
under
they
the ground.
can't know anymore.
Yes, they can't bring her out anymore.
Yeah.
So he told them this auntie is liar, is a big liar. Bring her back again to me. Bring that wicked witch to me.
The wicked witch of the West.
To me again. So he told her. He asked her one question. He told her, I want to know if there is some like discrimination. Can we say it in this? No, I can't say it in here.
No.
إنه زي
Can we
حاجة مميزة.
Yeah, can we differentiate?
Differentiate, yeah. Is there something differentiate between this and this? She mentioned to him the same topic, that Hala, she had like a sensitive skin from the black henna, and Dumua, she didn't have any sensitivity to the black henna. So he called her husband again, Lu'ay. He told him, how tall was your how tall was your wife? He told him she was like 173.
Okay.
He checked the report of the what's called again the word forensic.
Forensic.
He checked again the report. He found the dead body. It was like 170, which was Dumua's toll actually in the real.
So Dumua is 173.
No, Dumua is 170. Hala is 170.
Hada is taller. Hada is taller.
Yes.
Okay.
So he asked her, he asked Lu'ay, what was your wife's, the dead body, long? How long she was? How tall she was? How tall she was? He told him 173. He said the dead body was 170, not 173. He told him, okay, the length feet. He told him around 41, 42, something like that. He told him this dead body is not exceeding 40 or something. He knew that there is something. He said, bring that wicked witch again to me.
Okay.
He made that auntie, you know that احنا كيف نقولها بالعربي كعب داير على الشرطة، كيف تقولوها بالانجليزي؟
I have no idea what that means.
He done actually in Egypt to force the criminal person.
Exhaust him.
Yeah, the
So they exhausted her with a lot of investigation.
investigation.
Yeah,
from-
they do that to the perpetrator.
What's
You know
this?
the word, I told you this word before, perpetrator. المتهم. Like المتهم أو المشبوه به.
Okay.
Perpetrator.
Per-
Perpetrator.
perpetrator. Okay. good
So
word.
she was the perpetrator.
She was the
the
perpetrator.
auntie.
Yes, the auntie. So
Okay.
they exhausted her.
It sounds like the auntie is greedy and she took some money for something.
Wait for the story.
I don't know. It's just me. It's my hypothesis.
Wait for the greediness. You will be shocked.
Okay, let me guess. I'm gonna wait. Before she
Okay.
finishes, I need to give some clues here.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's see what Iman's gonna say.
Iman,
So you
just
know the
think-
story.
Can I?
So
No.
yeah, you can. Yeah,
Yes,
it's
of course.
fine.
Iman,
Yeah.
say what you are thinking about this. What are you thinking is going to happen?
I think maybe Lu'ay.
Lu'ay is the killer.
Her husband,
Okay,
ex-husband.
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 Okay.
Look. For me, hypothesis number one.
Who?
Hypothesis.
Yeah, okay.
You know what's the mean
Yes.
hypothesis?
Yes.
Like giving opinion. Maybe it can be true. It can
Yes.
be wrong. So I think that Ahmed liked Hala too much. He liked Hala too much, and and Hala was free, so he wanted to get rid of Dumur. So he killed her, and he agreed with the auntie to give her some money, and they did this sort of things, and they killed her in order to be with Hala and get rid of Dumur. Maybe he doesn't like her, and he likes Hala more. Hypothesis number one. Hypothesis number two. I would say that Lu'ay wanted Hala back, and it didn't work out, so he killed her.
By mistakenly, like something like that.
Yeah, or maybe Khan, this guy, the drug dealer, maybe she was a drug addict. So what happened is that she
No, we
wanted
didn't
more
find
drugs.
that she was any drugs in her.
Well, I'm just giving hypothesis here, okay? So she was like looking for drugs, so he took her somewhere, and she didn't get along with him, she didn't have money or whatever. So he murdered her. This is another hypothesis. My last hypothesis is Ahmed. Okay, so her ex-husband, killed her by mistake. Okay. Killed Dumur by mistake, get into a fight because of Hala, okay? And then Ahmed knew about this, so they agreed and they told Hala in order to get rid of the problem. So they give some money to the auntie to make her shut up. And then Ahmed took Hala and they got married. I don't know, the whole thing is a mess. So
Let me tell
I
you
don't know.
something. Let me tell you something.
Was I
One of them-
close?
One of them, it's true. One of your hypotheses is true.
One of my hypotheses is true?
No, it's
Wow.
half true.
It's half true, yes.
Half
exactly.
true.
It's
Not
half
fully
true.
but it's half true. But
Because the mind
the
cannot
mind
imagine.
can't imagine, yes, what's going to happen. Seriously.
Okay,
It was really
let's
half-
see- let's see
Yes,
what one of my
it's a good
Yeah.
hypothesis. It was a good hypothesis. So the auntie got exhausted, and she already اعترفت بالشغل الجديد. اعترفت بالشغل.
She committed.
She committed.
She confessed.
She confessed all the crime. What happened?
She confessed of what happened.
ومثلت الجريمة. شو مثلت الجريمة؟
She confessed.
She confessed. Okay, خلاص اختصار مثلت
She
الجريمة.
confessed. She confessed about the crime.
She said, as you said, Ahmed and Hala, they had a crush with each other. So he tried to get rid of Dumua many times to divorce her. But as any woman, she loved her husband. And she was like, I don't want to get divorced from you. I want to stay with you. I don't know what is the strategy was going in his mind, because he is the husband. He can divorce her without any acceptance from her. But he said he kept her. He kept her as his wife. And both of them, they were cheating, both of them, in the auntie's house. In the auntie's house. She knew that these two are cheating these two in her house, and they were shushing her mouth by giving her money. And her husband also knew.
So that's why Hala was not getting along with Ru'ay, because she wanted to get rid of him
Yes.
and be
Yes.
with Ahmed.
Yes.
So it's not Ru'ay's problem, it's
Yes.
Hala. Hala is the naughty girl.
Yes.
You tricked me,
This is not
Hala.
naughty.
You should have.
This is not naughty. This is beyond the naughtiness.
But you told me Ru'ay is the naughty one.
Yeah, I wanted you.
It
to-
turns out to be that Hala is the
No,
one who
he's
is.
the naughty because he likes girl. So naughty because naughty is like a.
No, that's not being naughty.
No.
Believe me, that's being a guy. That's being a man.
No,
If
that-
he does that, that's being a man.
That's why I told you in
Okay.
the beginning when you said Ahmed is the nicer, I told you avoid that word of Ahmed. Avoid that word of Ahmed.
I see. So what happened next?
So what happened next? They both were a cheater and they were cheating. She was cheating on her husband, and this one he was cheating on his wife in the auntie's house by paying her money, and her husband also, who was like
Wow.
not a man
That's-
at all.
But
and they had a
when there
child.
are no hotels, they could have gone to a hotel. Like, why do they?
Maybe no,
Well-
maybe they will be committed, or maybe because if anyone will ask them where are you going, they will be I'm going to my auntie. You will not come to the
I
mind
see.
that
Interesting.
I'm in my auntie's home. Who would think ever that she would make any mistake in front of her auntie? Because she's her auntie, aunt, right? Aunt, not auntie. However, so they were there, and the aunt and her husband, they were having a small kid. They were locking him inside the room so the other two can have fun as much as they can. However, at the end, the aunt one day she told Hala and Dumua a story.
No, Hala,
Hala reminded
she came and she was thinking like how to get rid of her sister. So she went to her auntie and she told her, do you remember
Yes.
that day when you told us about a story?
The auntie previously, she told them a story about a bad girl who got rid of her closest friend with some story. So Hannah, she remembered that story, and she went to her aunt and she asked her that. She told her, "Do you remember when you told us that story? I want you to tell me exactly how did she do it." And she told her why. Why do you want to know? She told her, actually, we want to get rid of Dumwa, me and Ahmed, and we want to know how it happened. She told her, you have to do like that. You have to bring some buharat, spices, some kind of spices. So because after they will kill her and they will cover her face and etc.
So they're planning to kill her.
They are planning to kill her. They
All of
invited-
them.
Whose idea was it to get rid of her?
Sister.
Wow.
They
The sister.
invited
That
her.
bad?
They
Like
invited,
they want to be with someone with that act?
they invited her to the auntie's home.
Wow.
They invited her to the auntie's home. The auntie welcomed her with her husband, and they let her sit down in the chair. Hala was there. She was like, Hala was there, and suddenly her husband came in front of her. He entered the home. I'm just like imagining that my husband is coming to me. And oh my God, what is that? What is the situation she was into, Dumua? Like the husband that whom she trusts, like beyond anyone else. Like he's the one who came into her, and she was like, "Why are you here? Why are you here?" She didn't complete, of course, the word. Her auntie and her husband, شو ربطوها? They tied her.
They tied him.
They tied her.
They tied her, sorry. They
Yeah,
tied her. Yeah.
Dumua. And I know her husband is the one who tied her. Sorry, not her auntie. Her husband is the one who tied her.
Who, husband Ahmed or?
No, Ahmed, the husband of Dumua. He's the one who tied Dumua. He tied her, and she was like screaming, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And the auntie, she shushed her. She put her something in her mouth so she won't scream. She kept, of course, screaming, but her voice wasn't that loud. And he got khanjar, شو خنجر ولا
He got a knife.
He got a knife out of his pocket, and he gave it to Hala, and he told her, "Kill her." And she killed her. She stabbed her.
She killed her sister.
She killed Dumua with many stabs. She kept on screaming. Nobody cared. Nobody stopped any one of them. the auntie and her husband, because of the money, because Ahmed and Luay, they were very rich guys, so they got a fortune from him. So like, we don't care, kill your sister as much as you can, but we want the money. And they took the dead body, they throw her, and of course Hala, she took all Dumor's exactly. Hala, she took all Dumor's identities, and previously it wasn't that, the technology wasn't like that, so with the pictures or with the
But how
fingerprints.
When was
They
this
didn't
story? Which year?
I forgot.
Is it like long time?
100%.
Not long time, but was in Oman.
20
but,
years?
yeah.
Maybe 20 years?
Yeah, not less maybe than 10 or 20 years, because like 10 years when they started to put the pictures in the ID and all of these kind of things. Yes, exactly. And yeah, that Dumor, that Hala, of course, so if no one will identify her, she started to wear
Niqab.
burqa, niqab, and this one. So that's one when she started, and like I'm hijab, so no one will know her. And she ran away to Jordan
With him.
with him. The colonel, he was like shocked. He was speechless. He was like, "Are you telling me a real story, or this story is coming from Mars,
From a movie.
or from?
From a movie.
This is not even a movie.
From a telenovela.
This is
You can see this from a telenovela. Like a telenovela won't do
this
that.
is beyond anything. Seriously.
Sounds very, very
So he called the husband, the ex-husband Luay, and he told him, "You have to come here and you have to bear with us, because actually the real story that not Dumor is the one, not Hala is the one, not your ex-wife is the one who have been killed. It is Dumor, and your brother was cheating you, and your wife was cheating you, and you have to bear with us too, so we can get them back from Jordan to here to catch both of them."
Well, Luay will not accept to that his
No.
brother will
He
get
accept-
caught. He
accept-
accepted?
Yes, he told him, the officer told him, would you like to cope with us and get your revenge back? Because your brother was cheating on you and your wife was cheating on you. So if you can just
How
help
come that he
us.
will not bear
But
with
they
it?
are blood. You cannot but you cannot betray blood.
I think Mr. This two family are very bad families, and both of them are.
This the family.
I know
afterwards.
Ahmed already betrayed him and his wife betrayed him, but like
Come on, the man when he's figuring that his brother betrayed him with his wife, and she was still his wife when she was betraying him, and she was still his wife when he was.
And even
betraying
before
him.
getting married, they were still best in love.
Yes, exactly. Actually, in our country, if this happened, he would kill his brother.
Really?
Yes, in our country, if his brother cheated him with his wife, he would kill both of them. And the law won't keep him more than 1 or 2, 3 years if they saw him in the prison. And he
Really?
Yes, because this is actually like in action. If he saw them at the same time and he killed them at the same
So
time.
in Egypt, if this happens in Egypt and you see it in reality, and the husband kills
The cheater.
Yeah, well, not the cheater. He's not the cheater. The cheater is the wife. So he will kill like
He's
the guy who's sleeping with the woman.
He is a cheater
His-
also.
Wait. If Luay kills Ahmed in Egypt, so what will happen?
The
The court, the Egyptian court.
The Egyptian court for the guy. If the husband killed his wife while he
No, he did not kill the wife. He killed the guy who
both
was
of them,
sleeping.
both of them. The
If
one-
he
Yeah,
killed-
but
The cheater
anywhere,
and the
I think if they kill him in the bedroom.
No, not the bedroom. In the same action. Well, like if you
Like in the situation.
In the situation, like
Okay.
both of them are cheater. Not only the wife. That if he killed his wife and who is cheating and who is
Cheating with him.
him cheating him with her with him.
No, I understand.
If he killed both of them or one of them in the same act, like if he killed him and she got run away, what is the law will happen? What will happen actually in the law that they might give him. They will keep him in the prison for a couple of years. It's something depends on the judge. But if he he kept them alive in this day and he thought about it, how to revenge from them, like the other day he killed them, that might send him to the Ashmawi, to the execution.
They would kill him. He would be executed
In the second day, if he killed them in the second day.
in the second day.
Yes.
Which
Because
means
it's
that
like
he
no
didn't kill them
muscle
out of
control.
anger. Yeah.
Exactly.
He didn't kill them out of anger.
Exactly. But at the same time,
جريمة تحت
شرف.
لا جريمة تحت مخططة أو اسمها إيه؟
تحت سبق الإصرار والترصد.
سبق الإصرار والترصد.
Yes,
أيوة.
if he killed them in the second day or something like that. But in the same time, he might not. Actually, the whole country would be staying with him. It would be like رأي عام. So it would be like that. We don't want him to be killed because actually his wife is a cheater. She don't deserve to be alive, and this is his honor. شو عرفتوا بالإنجليزي؟
Yeah. There is no such a thing. Like,
Yes.
we cannot say like his wife. I would say his wife. Okay.
Yeah, if he killed her, he won't get. He wouldn't be in the prison. Sorry, he wouldn't be executed. But
Okay.
the wife, if she killed her husband while he's cheating on her, in the same time, she would go to the execution.
She would go to the
She
execution.
would go to the execution because
That's
as a Muslim guy, the other lady, she might be his second wife, but he didn't say it in
He
public.
didn't say it in public.
Yes.
And
This is something weird actually because in our law they are saying the secret marriage is not allowed, but in this situation they are allowed.
It's not allowed. But is it like religiously is correct? Is it religiously correct?
No.
In terms of religion?
Secret,
Yeah, it's
no.
yes, it's
Secret, no.
Well, if you get married and you want to get married with another wife, would you need the approval of the first one?
No.
You don't need the approval.
No. I'm saying the secret, like that no one is knowing that.
Yeah. I understand.
No.
So
But actually no. In the Quran, the first wife, she has the right to know. You don't
no.
have
Do you
to
need
take
the
her
approval? I didn't say right. I said approval.
No, but she has to know.
exactly.
Her right is
only
to
in
know.
Tunisia, I believe they have this law.
They need to have the approval.
Yes, the man cannot get married to another woman before asking the first
It's like approval.
approval.
Maybe.
Maybe.
However,
I don't know. Maybe.
this is out of
Anyways, so what happened?
Ahmed Lu'ay, he burned with the police officers to get the revenge of them. So he went to Oman with his mother because his mother, she loved Oman so much, and he told her, "Let's go to a picnic."
Whoa. With his mother?
Yes.
And his mother knew?
No, she
Not
didn't
now.
know. She didn't know.
Exactly, because this is gonna make
Yeah.
things complex.
Exactly.
A lot
The
more.
police officer, he told him, "Be attention. Don't tell your mother, otherwise you will."
That's very risky. Look,
Yes.
Lu'ay's situation is very, very sensitive. It's very critical because his mother is still alive. So if he make a scheme and if he collaborate with the police in order to catch his brother and his cheating ex-wife, then his mother will never forgive him for such for
Yeah, I
such
believe
action.
this is what happened.
She-
Yeah.
She will always hate him because she will tell him, "You basically, I know your brother is bad, but you basically took him to his own doom.
That he deserved that.
He deserved it, but the mother will not
How
bear
come?
with the
That's
idea to see her child."
No way.
You don't understand. Like Lu'ay's situation is extremely critical here. Like
But
think about it.
believe
Like at the
me.
same time he's angry, but he like.
Believe me, if Ahmed was in Egypt and I saw him, he would kill him. I know, and
I'm not. I'm speaking about the mother side.
well,
You know,
they don't care
like-
about the
I
side.
think Lu'aybas was thinking about the revenge. That's
Of
it.
course.
Okay, so vengeance.
That's
Vengeance.
right.
Okay, so he's thinking about vengeance. Vengeance must be done. Okay, must be executed. But the vengeance is revenge.
Okay.
Vengeance,
The
okay?
noun. The noun. Okay.
It's no, it's not a noun.
The-
Vengeance is a different word.
Okay.
Vengeance means revenge.
Okay.
Okay, so if he wants to do his vengeance and he wants to revenge for what has been done to Dumua and what has been done to him because they made like a joke out of him. The mother, like you have to think about the mother here because the mother, she's like in the middle.
Trust me.
She
if the
doesn't
mother-
want Ahmed to be
No.
behind bars or to be
She
killed
won't- she
or
would be-
executed. You get the point?
No, because if I was the mother, I would kill my son by my hand. If he did that to his brother. If
I
he,
don't know.
if my
I don't
son,
think so.
if my son did that to his brother and his wife and his
You think
and his
that-
wife,
Yeah, I think she didn't know about it, and bas Lu'ay was thinking about the
Okay,
revenge.
so anyways, carry on.
okay. Okay, delete that, kill, blah blah blah. Otherwise, I will be behind the bar.
I'm just giving like some critical analysis.
I can't
But like,
imagine
I'm just
that, like,
saying, yeah.
Brothers are doing like that to each other and sisters, whatever. However, so he got with the policeman and he went with his mother to Oman and he called his brother. He told him, Ahmed, please help us. We did a bad accident and my mother, she passed away. His mother passed away. And Ahmed, of course, started to cry. How come? How this woman? Blah blah. Our mother, I can't help. Our mother, what's happened to her? And he told him, yes, you have to help me because now I lost my both legs in this accident and I can't walk anymore. So you have to come. He went to Oman, and of course, once he stepped
Inside the borders.
yes, inside the borders, they caught him,
They caught him.
and they told him that's the whole story. And he also
Confessed.
confessed. Yes, and
He
also,
told the truth.
yes, so he told him, now you will deal with us to bring your wife here. He told her, he called her and he told her, please, you are my wife, now you have to stand next to me, don't worry, no one knows, no one will know, you have to come with me, my mother, she passed away, and my brother, he can't walk, blah, 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 etc. Of course, I don't know how come she got emotion.
Of course she will get emotion. She killed her sister because of him. I mean, like she made a murder because of him. Of course she's gonna come.
Exactly. No, she was going to come.
She was going to
She
come,
was going to come.
but she killed her
unless-
sister because of him. Okay,
No,
carry.
she was going to come
Until
the stupid auntie. She thought that if she didn't show up, so the case would be closed and all of them gonna be
Released.
Released. Yes, all of them gonna be released
Okay.
because she is the main accused in this story.
because she is the one who made the
Who
murder.
made everyone.
They kidnapped her, but she killed her.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So the auntie, one of her friends, or one of her prisoners' friend, when she went outside, she gave her Hala's number and she told her, call her, she's my nephew, and just tell her they knew. She told her, don't come, they knew. She told her, what do you mean? She told her, you don't have to understand. Just tell her, don't come, they knew.
They know.
They know.
You know.
They know.
Yes. And she, unfortunately, she called her and she told
wow.
her they knew. And
They know. That's it.
yes.
خلاص.
She
Famous word. They know. They know, which means like I won't come.
She took the passport, she took all her luggages. She ran
And she was
away
pregnant.
to UK,
To Turkey.
to Turkey, yeah?
To
And no one knows where is she now, until now. Until now, we don't know where is she.
Wow.
Wow.
The end of the story.
So what happened to Ahmed?
Ahmed, مسكين.
يعني what more than